Hi, it's Joy, and today we're going to be watching The Clone Wars Season 2, Episode 1, Holocron Heist. I'm assuming there's going to be a heist involving either the planet of Holocron or the species. I don't know, I'm not going to speculate. I'm in love with this show, and I am loving it. Both of those things are true. And I'm just really excited to keep going through this show. I know a couple of people have told me that the further you get into it, the sort of bigger it gets, and I'm really excited by that. I've really enjoyed just the course of the Season 1, which I'll call Season 1 because it was kind of bookended by Season 1, even if it had lots of other random episodes too. Was really good at kind of introducing you to characters like Ahsoka and kind of the day-to-day war life for Anakin and Obi-Wan, and to see the kind of effects of the war on the galaxy as a whole and on individual planets that maybe aren't necessarily totally involved. So I'm just really excited to see where this goes next. Again, it's hard because you know that ultimately this is all going to end terribly, but right now we can have hope. So yeah, reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, along with all my reactions to all my shows. The unedited version of the Clone Wars reactions will be up 2 weeks in advance, and you can get the edited version 1 week in advance as well. And yes, let us go! Oh, some of them are making it through. Ah! Oh dear. Oh dear, imagine holding out that long. And then as your rescue arrives, you die. Oh. Is this a trap of some kind? Uh-huh. So you can be even more outnumbered. I know Ahsoka. See, that's why I think partnering Ahsoka with Anakin in some ways, she's learning the worst lessons from him. Uh-huh. But she does need to learn that it's not always what she wants that's best. Ahsoka. Mm-hmm. Anakin has years more experience than you.
I just got so caught up in my own success, I didn't look at the battle as a whole. I wasn't being disobedient. I need some time away from the battlefield.
To be honest, I agree. Ashley's a child, still learning. This place is 100% going to be attacked now.
Beyond this door lies the Holocron vault.
Oh, heist.
Definitely.
Ahsoka, you are up for the task, but you need to not be cocky about it. Hello, friend. Oh dear. Well, at least we're forewarned.
I have no memory of any crashes.
Exactly.
Poor little baby.
I have been given all the technical data regarding security systems in the Jedi Temple.
Both the vent shafts and the vault.
Poor droid, being brought into this life of crime. Oh no.
He looks.
Well, I suppose he probably only had a year or 2 left.
Me worry about this day. First things first.
Oh, Ahsoka, this is going to be a big old job for you.
On the East Tower Communications Center. I'll head there right away.
No! Look, that is something that definitely could be what they're targeting, so you should definitely check that out. But think if there's anything else that could only be found here. Ahsoka, is she the only Jedi security person here?
Things are slow right now.
Oh, sweetheart. Now you've jinxed it.
I said I was fine. Now let me go about my...
Sense something's wrong, please. Has she sensed that that was not a normal altercation with this man? This is far too easy to get in. I mean, I know they need the inside person, but getting an inside person was really easy too.
What was that? Do not see anything. Besides, we've already gotten past the fan.
Just not the droid.
Sorry.
Come on, Ahsoka, interrupt him. Okay, yes.
Don't mean to disturb you.
Thank you.
No! Please say she's just asleep and unconscious. I liked her.
Fortunately, we'll have a less troublesome time.
They didn't exactly have a troublesome time. Stressed. Don't assume.
Receiving assistance they are.
Mm-hmm.
This job just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Poor little crime droid.
Who are you, and what have you done with Madame Jocasta.
The same thing I'm going to do to you.
Okay, you're no match for Ahsoka. At least she's not offering them help anymore.
You may have Madame Jocasta's shape, but not her skills.
What are they up to? They must be trying to gain access to the communication center from the vault. Let's get in there.
My god.
Quick, the communication center. Let's go.
Seriously? Choosing to ignore the fact that the Holocron vault was accessible? Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh.
Bomb!
Bomb? What bomb? Is there something going
Yep.
on? Bomb!
Yep.
No, no, no!
I'm sorry, my wee friend. Oh, thank God she's alive. But the vault's been breached.
Librarian.
Data on which can only be read by holocrons.
Oh.
A list of every known Force-sensitive child in the galaxy.
Oh.
Future younglings.
Be safe, my love.
This Cad Bane is still here on Coruscant. I'll find him.
Please do. Babies should not be in peril. Do they want to try and turn them all to the dark side? Or steal them away so they can raise them to be Sith Lords? Okay, so that was another fantastic episode of this show. It didn't necessarily feel like a season opener, but I think that's something I like about this show, is that it's very much kind of just what it says on the tin. It's the Clone Wars. So you just see different episodes from the Clone Wars, and this one is going to be at least a 2-parter, could be a 3-4-parter even, I have no idea. But I like that they don't always win in the first episode because we need to have 2, 3, 4. But I love seeing more inside the Jedi Temple, seeing kind of the layout a bit more, learning more about the Temple of Knowledge, like the library with all the knowledge, that there are kind of older Jedis that are guarding that knowledge, which is just as important as a lot of other stuff. And I think what I like most is that Ahsoka, for the most part, she took the assignment with good grace, you know. Yeah, when it was first and now, she was like, how long? But she didn't kind of whine and moan the whole time. She took it seriously. She did the best she could. Yeah, she was bored trying to help any Jedi that came by, but she was being responsible with it and being serious with it and was able to kind of do her job, and hopefully that's going to help her remember that what she's doing is a job and it's duty to others. It's not something that she's doing as a hobby for fun, being a Jedi, if that makes sense. And like at the beginning, I think the biggest thing for Ahsoka is she needs to learn that if the other Jedi say, stop, listen to us, come and do this, you have to do it. I mean, any kind of rank organisation, that's just how it has to work. I mean, there should be some leeway, because obviously if you know that the commanding officer's thing is going to put your life in jeopardy, or like you can literally, you know for a fact you're going to save the day, but always be aware that they may have more information than you. And, you know, I think her initial response of, no, we've almost broken through, we're going to stay and finish this through, that made sense. But then when they say, yeah, no, they're withdrawing back to meet up with these people, like, they provided more information that showed a wider picture. That's what Ahsoka needs to be able to listen to. She needs to be aware of, like you said, the whole battle, not just what she was doing. And I think it's true that she is very young. Now, I don't know that just being given a library security assignment, although she's already back in the field, I think what she needs is more supervision, more time with Jedi, other Jedi, shadowing them, doing what they do, seeing the orders they make, the split decision. Like, her focus should be, for the first year or so of being a Padawan, should be being at her master's side, not making decisions herself, but seeing the decisions he make. And if they're in a time where it can be a bit slower, where he could say, well, what would you do here, Ahsoka? Oh, see, that's what I think I would do. Like, that's kind of the best way for her to learn, but I also do understand that we are in a war, and we need every soldier we can get. So it's not kind of the best environment for that, but I think Ahsoka has so much potential. And in some ways, being Anakin's Padawan is a terrible thing, because he is one of the most reckless Jedi. He, you know, will often disregard orders because he knows what's best, and he is very skilled, so most of the time it pays off. But that is not the best impression to be continually giving to a young Padawan who has not yet developed the full set of skills that she will do. Not that she's going to have much time left in the Jedi Order. So seeing about finding holocrons and the heist was successful, and I think in as much as Ahsoka needed to be prepared to widen her mind, all the Master Jedi and Anakin, they were like, oh, it has to be this, oh, it has to be that. Now, what they really needed to do was to think, well, what is here that can't be found anywhere else? Because this is obviously a huge target to choose to try and infiltrate, so what would be here? And it would be the communications, it would be the troop movements, and it would be the holocrons. Now you might not think there's much use for them, but the fact that they are so heavily guarded behind a vault suggests that you do think they're valuable. So yeah, potentially send more people to the places you personally think are higher risk, but Ahsoka should have been messaged and said there are intruders coming, you know, you're guarding a place that has something that's only here. Like, I just think that they need to also look at the broader picture, that it's not just Ahsoka that sometimes is a bit short-sighted in what she thinks. And that is human nature, alien nature, but that is our, you know, no one is going to have some all-seeing knowledge, unless you're Yoda. But no, I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed kind of the heist element on watching that guy. He's quite scary because of how skilled he is and how he was ruthless to that little droid. Sad times. But no, meeting more different characters and seeing just how far Palpatine is willing to go, and they're all willing to go with their plans and who they're gonna, what the contacts they have. And now we know that they're going after that guy. He looked familiar. I don't know if he's been in this show before, if he was in the movies, but going after another Jedi. He is a Jedi that is guarding something that knows where all the younglings are. I'm very stressed. I know Baby Yoda is never going to appear in the Clone Wars, but given that he's 50, and Mandalorian is set 5 years after the original trilogy, Baby Yoda's alive right now, and he's a youngling with the Force. Stress. But no, I'm really, really enjoying this show. So a reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, and the edited version 1 week in advance, and thank you so much for watching.